everyone, and welcome to RWB Sports. Hi. I get an opportunity to go 10 rounds with the newly crowned IBF Intercontinental Champion, Miss Shuretta Metcalf, out of Dallas, Texas. So, first of all, Miss Metcalf, welcome aboard. Welcome to RWB Sports.
Hey.
And if you would, for the viewers that are here in Reading who don't know about Shuretta, take this opportunity to let them know who you are.
All right. Well, my name is Shuretta Metcalf, and I go by the nickname Chicken. People call me Chicken.
And why chicken?
Yeah, it used to be Chicken Sticks, but yeah, we took the sticks out when I got older, so it's just Chicken.
Okay.
And yes, I'm a newly crowned IBF Intercontinental Champion. I worked hard for this, and I went with against a tough opponent. And it's finally, my hard work is finally paying off. Like, I'm getting more notoriety. I'm getting the credit. Like, I'm trying to go for these major belts, things that I've been fighting for my whole career. So,
right.
And I in 2016. So I've been fighting for a long time, and I'm ready.
Right. And I see well, you are a 39-year-old bantamweight champion now, not just a bantamweight contender, you're a bantamweight champion now. You've only had one amateur fight.
No, I had amateur fights.
You had how many?
13, like
13?
12 or 13, like that.
Okay. All right. Now, I know it's showing you that you have you're 13-4 and 1 now as a professional. What inspired you to be a professional boxer, and how did you get started in it?
I started in underground boxing or fighting in the clubs. And so I just started doing it because it was another way to like make some extra money for my kids. You know, I have 2 boys, so I'm a single. They were just like, hey, you want to make some extra money? We fight in the club. So I said, I'll try it out. And so I won. It was like $500-$600. I was like, well, it's time to fight again.
Well, you say you fight twice in a night.
You hear me? I'm like, I'm fight, you pretty much gonna go to jail or you ain't getting no money. I tell you that.
Right. Well, we have a young lady here in Pennsylvania. She just fought for a title a couple of weekends ago as well, Leanna Bumblebee Cruz. And she is in that same weight class that you're in. That may be.
She fight at 115. I know who you is. I know who she is.
Yeah, she's between 115, 117, somewhere in there. May get a catch weight, in there and see if you can put those belts up for grabs.
Yeah, I mean, but I think she just got the NABF belt.
Right. Yeah, she just got the NABF belt. She didn't have the IBF. You know what I mean?
Like right now, like my fights gotta make sense. Like I wouldn't mind fighting her, but it gotta be for the right reason because she's not really ranked I know who she is.
Right.
Her background too in boxing, like she really haven't had any amateur fights and things like that. And so I would like if she were a highly ranked fight somebody with a belt or somewhere where I can get highly more ranked, I wouldn't mind fighting her.
Okay. Well, I mean, things, are working out, and things are moving. So you're right. In a position like you're in, it's got to make sense. You don't just fight because you're not ballroom fighting anymore.
Yeah.
You're not fighting for pennies anymore. You know what I mean?
We fight chicks and we trying to like it gotta matter.
Yeah, it's gotta matter. It does. So how do you mentally prepare? I know you say you have 2 sons, and I know when they see their mom in the gym in the ring, they're probably like, why is mom doing this? And I'm sure they understand. But how do you mentally prepare yourself, and how do you mentally prepare your kids, for you going into battle?
So luckily my boys are older now. So they kind of like, they understand. And
Right.
they help with my mental process too as well. Cause it's like, hey, you know what I'm saying? You have to pick up the slack some here around the house because I be a little tired. So I need to be cleaning up more. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Doing other things that can cause me to be more stressful or getting into it with y'all. Cause you know, they
Right.
teenagers. So it's like getting into it with your kids. You are.
Right. Yeah, because you gotta focus. I mean, in a combat sport like this, you don't have time to have any outside distractions when you're in camp.
No.
You have to focus. You got to stay because it's a brutal sport. Not every day.
To train. I train in Little Rock sometime. And that
Uh-huh.
takes me everything in the part of Little Rock where I'm at. I'm in the country. So when I wake up, I see like deers and other stuff running around. So it's more serenity there.
Well, look, there's nothing wrong with country. I'm just in Pennsylvania right now. I'm originally from Tennessee. There's nothing wrong with country.
Okay.
I'm I'm originally from the South, yeah. So I love country, So and you're right, to have the serenity to be able to just get up in the morning, tie your shoes up, and go for a nice run.
Yeah.
That alone clears your mind and get you ready.
Oh, so he probably make breakfast for me and stuff. So
Uh-huh.
I get spoiled.
Hey, and that's rightfully so. But see, they see the big picture. They see the big picture. Right now, they're spoiling you, but after you unify those bantamweight titles, then you're gonna be able to spoil them.
Yes, most definitely.
Well, let me ask you this: what do you think about Alicia Baumgartner?
Hey, I love her. She used to do some of that underground fighting stuff too. That's how I first knew who she was. She
Yeah.
real cool. I've talked to her a couple of times on social media. She done talk back to me and everything.
Okay. All right. Because that's the stepping stone in this sport is networking and putting yourself around the right people to give yourself the right opportunities to, move forward. And that's one of the things. And so, put yourself out there and doing this interview, which I'm very grateful for, is a big step in that process. It really is. It's a big step. So let me ask you this. Can you describe in your 14, 17, 18 fights, what is one of the most memorable moments that you've had in your young career?
When I won this baby right here, and they said, I, yeah, I started just, yeah, I said, oh, I had to come down. I had to come down to put your hand up. Yeah.
Right, right. And what was that feeling like to when you were sitting there, you was anticipating, at the end of the round, you went back to the corner, your trainers and stuff start taking your gloves off. When did you know you had won?
Right after the fight.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, like, I'm a person, I'm real with myself.
Right.
So if someone got on my ass, I know that they done got on my ass, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But fight, I felt so good. Like my coach was like, "How you feel?" I said, "Coach, I get to whoop somebody ass on TV.
Right.
I'm great.
Wait a minute.
I'm great. Like I
Right.
said, fun. That's why if you can't watch the fight, I'm smiling. Sometimes when I come out the corner, they laughing at me because I'm just like, man, like this is the dream to just fight,
Yes.
start making better money and let the world get to see you. And it was so crazy because so many people was tuned in and was
Yes.
talking. I didn't even know that many people was ready to watch me. And
Oh
people was
yeah.
like, they fighting this fight. And I was just like, all right, I'm about to show them then.
Man.
What's up?
It's not very often you can go out and beat somebody up and not get in trouble for it. That's
Hey, that's what I said. This is the best job. Like we have no repercussions or nothing.
yes. Yes. Well, I mean, you do have some, outside of the sport, and that's one of the things that we
Yeah,
try to work with young fighters on. Like if you notice, a couple of months ago when Tank Davis got in trouble, they can think that they're above, reality when sometimes you have to put yourself in check,
yeah.
but to have that moment knowing that you get ready to go across there and whoop her ass, like you said, and you got thousands and hundreds and thousands of people watching. It's no better feeling. And I can't, say congratulations enough. I mean, it's a pretty belt, you know.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's heavy, carry it. I just
Yeah,
ride
they
with it in the car.
yeah, they usually run, was it 12 pounds?
It probably is. That's how much it feel. I know it's because it feel like a weight that I done been picking up
I know.
before.
But now let me ask you this. Now that you've won the title, and now that you have the belt, it's surreal now. Has it sunk in, that you are a champion? And if so, where are you headed next?
We trying to fight Ebony Bridges, the girl who got the IBF world title.
Okay. All
And
right.
she supposed to fight December the 9th. So if she still keeps her belt after December the 9th, that's who I want to fight.
Okay. All right. So we'll
He
be,
needs take
huh?
take her to the WBA champ. We take her belt too, but I'm in the IBF rankings higher right now, so that's what I'm going for.
Okay. All right. So we will definitely be following you and seeing where it's going to take you. I have family right there in Texas, in Fort Worth, Texas. Um,
Okay, not
uh-huh.
far, like an
Yeah.
hour away.
Yeah, that's not far at all. I've spent a lot of time down there in the DFW.
Oh yeah, using the country part for real. Talking about Fort Worth, that's where they be really riding the horses at.
Yes. Yeah, that's just down the street, you know. We don't need a car. We got a horse. Yeah. So now you are in part of the elite group. You right now you're ranked number 2 in the US. You ranked number 10 in the world in the IBF. And you have a lot of young ladies watching you, following in your footsteps. What advice can you give them, or would you give them to chase their dream like you have?
To like, don't give up. It's been times I got mad because the pay don't be right or the right fights don't come through. Like boxing is one of them things where sometimes you just get lucky and get a lucky shot, and then your life could change. So
Right,
just keep working hard. You know what I'm saying? Stay motivated. Stay marketing yourself because you're your biggest promoter. Like that's how people even knew about me. I promoted myself. I was self-promoted and self-managed for a very long time, but
right,
I just added on both sides. And you just keep good people around you. Like I don't try to keep these unmotivated people around me, unmotivated boxers who not really training. I train harder than a lot of these dudes.
right, right.
Yeah.
Well, and if you notice, and me and several other fight fans and promoters have talked about this before, is that, women's boxing is leaps and bounds ahead of, you know, where men's boxing is right now. I mean, you have your male fighters, but they pick and choose, who they fight. Female fighters, they don't care who it is. Who's next? You know?
And that will make us mad because we'll fight anybody. Like when they called me to fight my last opponent and I found out who she was, I ain't bagged down. I just
Right,
said, okay, this is what I've been asking for. Somebody with a good record. I want that's a test. So
right,
boom, called Melissa Odessa. They told me, hey, you gotta fight her. I was like, all right, I ain't even get a choice.
right,
I was like, do you want to fight this? You fighting her? All right. We
Don't
fight.
matter. Yeah.
Yeah. Because at
Yeah.
the end of the day, I know what I can do. And then to me, she a woman just like I'm a woman.
Right.
So today, like ain't nothing different. I don't think it could be different if you taking steroids. That's
Right.
it.
And they gonna test for that, you know.
Yes.
they gonna nip that in the bud. Yes, they will. You know, and that's one of the good things about female boxing is, and it's on the rise because they aren't afraid to take that next challenge. They're not afraid of losing that goose egg on their record. There's so many, you know, fighters, so many champions, so many, you know, elite fighters that, you know, they have, you know, a blemished record, but they still took the chance and took the opportunity to be great. And that's what happened. You know, even the great ones have a loss. You know, there's only one, and this kind of skeptical, and I was a big Floyd Mayweather fan, but you know, it's like, okay, you're 50-0, but what have you done for the sport of boxing?
Just to make it get watered down because everybody else scared to, oh, well, I'm not great if I don't. Oh, man.
Yeah, yeah. So, well, I know going forward that you have the right mindset and look to see, you know, great things coming from you in unifying that bantamweight belt. Hopefully, if you're close or somewhere around, you know, I'll make it down there to Texas and I'll get to watch you and talk to you in person. So let me jump on in here real quick and can you share with the fans, besides winning the belt, what is another memorable experience and time that you had in your amateur career that made you feel like, hey, I can do this professionally?
When I got ranked as an amateur.
Okay. All right. So you was ranked as an amateur as well as far as the Golden Gloves,
No, nationals.
oh, nationals. Okay. All right.
Bronze medal. But after I started, like, cause when I came from underground, I went straight into the amateur boxing. And I was already sparring girls who was like known, had a lot of fights, they were they were they had been in there in the sport longer. And
Right.
so I was keeping up with them. Like they went over there just beat me down to the ground and they weren't dropping me, they weren't doing none of that. So I said, oh, I just know me. I know my determination. If I want to do something, I just keep trying to do it till I do it right and do it good.
Right. Once you set your mind to it, it's a wrap.
It's
Because
a
like
wrap.
you may get me, you know, in the first 2 or 3 sparring sessions, but let me tell you something. That
I'm
fourth
fine.
and fifth, yeah.
And that's what was happening too. I said, okay, I started learning like ring generalship more.
Uh-huh.
Just how to just watch them. I'm
Right.
so worried on the attack. I'm not. They doing things that while they on the attack and they was going to show more because they shorter. I'm
Right.
longer. Got run into me.
Right.
So when
Right.
I figuring that
Yeah.
out,
They got to get past those arms first.
yeah. And like my speed, my power, I used to try to be and opening it up. That's why I open up when I try to throw too much power. When it was just all I do is just
Uh-huh.
punch
You
though,
ju-
just do it for 'em. Do it at the right time. You're gonna catch them every time.
yeah, every single time. All you got to do is be patient. Be patient. It's going to come to you. Now, we have a mutual friend, and we had talked about it right before we started recording, Alexis Moniz. She
Yes.
is a young lady. She has signed with King's Promotions, who is here in Reading, Pennsylvania, Marshall Kaufman, and have fought on several of his cards. Actually, she just fought on the card up in El Paso, Texas, a few months ago. Uh, what is that relationship like? I know you said that's your girl. Y'all been at it for years. Now, do you all spar each other or do you all train?
Yes, we do spar each other. When we
Okay.
sparred, we wouldn't even think we were friends.
Oh, okay. Even
So we
even though you're friends outside the ring, once you get inside that square circle, everything goes away.
Yeah, because we trying to make each other better, and we got stuff we working on. We all got goals. We're mothers, so it's
Yes.
just like I feel like for my sparring camp, this sparring was harder than my fight.
Okay. All right.
I had tough girls that was coming,
Right.
good accuracy and power.
And that's what makes you great, and I tell
So
anybody, not just in boxing, but in life, period. You put yourself around people that are better. That's only going to make you better. And so I'm really looking forward to it. So, what strategies? Because you kind of touched on it before when you said that you was amateur in there with some of the elite female fighters as amateurs that you sit back and you watch and you study. What strategies do you look for in different fighters to add to your repertoire?
I see what type of body type that they have too as well. Cause I know that I'm a person that like to stick and move. Like I like to get my points in, get back out of range.
Right.
I can on the inside, but I pretty much like fighters like how Tommy Hearns was.
Okay.
Yeah, I love Tommy because he's
Okay.
long and he knew how. Yeah,
The Hitman.
the hit me. I like him.
Okay. All right.
Then as far as girls, like I like Terry Harper because she a boxer.
Right. Right.
She a
Now,
boxer.
and you are a boxer. I watched that fight that when you won the belt, and when you say they call you chicken, that replicates your foot movement when you're in the ring because you're always on the ball of your feet and you're always in and out. Now, is that something that you've picked up from watching fighters in the past, or is it something that you felt, or something that your coaches noticed in you and had you do that? Because footwork is really important in boxing.
It was something that was noticed in me, and we just perfected it. We just been perfecting it more. Like they want me to sit on my punches more. Cause they say sometimes I throw the punch while I'm stepping, and I need to throw the punch then step sometimes. But mostly it's like that's the game plan because pretty much everybody is trying to come in to me, and
Right.
I know how to off the back foot, and I'm in shape to just keep stepping and moving.
Right.
But it's
Well,
really my deep. I'm breathing while I'm just stepping and moving. So I mean, I don't feel like I'm using a lot of energy. I feel like
right.
I'm just, and by me being here in Texas, I spar a lot of Hispanics,
Right.
and everything Hispanics hate is they come forward, so they hate for you to just keep moving.
Yes. Yes. But they don't never stop.
Yeah, no,
That
and that's what's good. That's why I'm able to move for a long time. I've been
it,
scoring them for so long.
exactly. I was going to say that's why you're in shape and that's why you can move like that. Now Mexicans, they don't stop. I don't care, man, woman, it don't matter. Yeah, they don't stop. They just keep coming. Yes, they do. And that's great. That's one of those things that you can't teach that. You can teach a lot of things. You can teach them how to punch. You can teach how to sit down to punch, but punching and moving is one of those rare things that not only does it take skill, but it takes natural ability. One of the
Yeah, I
greatest.
too, so it probably got something to do with my feet a little bit.
What's that?
I used to play basketball too, so it
Yeah.
probably got a little footwork.
Oh, yeah. That'll have something to do with it too. One of the greatest that, they could knock you out going backwards just as well as stepping to the side, who mastered that, what you're doing, is Muhammad Ali.
Yep,
You
yep.
know, he was a master at it. So you're going to be, well, they got Layla Ali, but she would never be her dad. but that trait that you have is a very masterful skill. And once you master it, then you're going to be able to shout out that you're the greatest. You're the greatest of all times.
I'm ready for it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I want to got one more question for you, and then we'll get ready to wrap up, and then I'll see if you got any shout outs to holler out at anybody. It says, how do you handle the pressure? Because I know there's a lot of pressure when you're training, you're in camp, you got this one pulling at you, you got that one pulling at you, you got, like you say, you got kids, you got family you have to take care of. And I know they're boys, so I know they're probably, like normal boys, like my boys, they were rough. So anything could happen at any given time.
And they like girls. It's crazy.
Yeah. So how do you handle the pressure?
I do a lot of self-care.
Okay.
I
Okay.
do a lot of care. I do a lot of praying, and I'm just, I guess I don't just develop to just keep going, even when a lot is going on. I just develop just to just keep going, keep overworking, and keep just don't let it get to me. I mean, I've been through a lot since I've been young.
Right.
You know, I didn't grow up with a lot of money, so we wouldn't have enough privilege and stuff like that. So I just I just look at the life I have now and be like, shoot, I'm doing better for my kids to have a better life than I did when I was a kid.
Right.
So yeah, so
Right.
I just look at this and the best things of why I'm doing what I'm doing. My
Okay.
kids, they have they don't live in no apartments. They don't have to worry about nobody else wearing their clothes
Right.
unless they're wearing each other's clothes. That's about it.
Right. So it's the drive. Yeah.
It's the drive. Like I'm a homeowner before my mom was, so it's
Right.
just like type of things that I wanted. I've been through that life, so I just knew what I wanted.
Right. And life tends to teach you a lot of valuable lessons. And boxing is just one of those sports that help you deal with that. My
Yep.
trainer, when I used to follow, he told me, he said, once you put these gloves on, you're gonna fight the rest of your life. And he wasn't lying. He was true. It was definitely true. It was definitely true. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I am so glad that you have tuned in and gave me a chance to go 10 rounds with the champion. I was trying to hang in there. I was bobbing and weaving. I didn't want to get knocked out. So I did make
I
it.
had to have on them.
So I did make it to full 10 rounds. I know I'm not gonna get my hand raised at the end of this, but I do want to say thank you very much. RWB Sports, we're very proud of you. I will be getting your size because I don't know if you saw the outfit that I sent Alexis. I will be sending you one of those as well for RWB Sports and some workout gear. So once this is all over, we'll get that information and we'll go from there. But I'm going to give you this opportunity, Ms. Metcalf, to give a shout out and give a thank you to whoever you want to give a thank you to, coaches, family, friends, and whatever, and then we'll close out the show. But thank you once again for coming on RWB Sports. It was my pleasure. Thank you, champ.
All right, thank you for having me. And I want to thank my coaches at Texas Select Boxing Gym, Coach Haas and Coach Christine. You know what I'm saying? They make sure I be getting everything I need. They gonna push me hard. D1 performance, sports performance. They help me with my personal training in Bedford. And I want to say thank you to Flock Gear, to Triple D Gear, to Maji Pure Water, the first alkaline black owned alkaline water down here out of Texas. So you gotta try some of that water out too.
Okay. All right.
Yes, shout out to my kids, my number one fans.
There you go. There you go. And one more thing before we go, because I am a diehard fan, I just got to ask you, who's your favorite football team? That's what I'm talking about. Them boys. Them boys. Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
How about you? You seen my outfit when I fought?
Yes,
That
ma'am.
little boys there. I
We
yeah,
the boys. We the
we the
boys.
boys.
Well, Ms. Metcalf, thank you once again. This is Reginald Peoples with RWB Sports. You got to sit here and listen to me go 10 rounds with the champ. So we're going to catch you in the turn.